Having a professional photo is a must. But the problem is that those photo shoots are super stressful, awkward, they take a lot of time, and they're also super expensive. But worry not, because these days you can use AI to do all of that. Yes, in this video I will show you how to use AI to create a perfect profile picture for yourself that looks exactly like you. And it's not just that, but I'll also show you how to customize the photo using the same AI tool. So if you want to change your clothes, eye color, background, whatever you want to tweak, you can do it all in the same tool using AI with no technical knowledge whatsoever. But that being said, we've got a lot to cover in this video, so let's dive right into it. So the first thing you want to do is head over to betterpic.io, and if you want, you can use the code in the description so you can get 10% off. Then just click on get your headshots now, then choose generate headshots for one person if you want to do this alone, and then just read the instructions. So all you need to do is upload a bunch of traditional images of yourself where you're clearly visible and where you're not making faces. Then just wait for less than an hour and then you'll get your images. Then choose a plan. Then it's time to fill in your order details. So for instance, you need to fill in your name, ethnicity, and then use cases. So for instance, website team, you do social media and CV and resume and stuff like that. And then choose the gender and then your eye color, and then click on save and next. So this way you're just letting the AI know what you want to do with it, who you are, and what you basically look like, what's your ethnicity, so that it can better create these images. So you will give it some initial input even before uploading those selfies, and then pick your style. So for instance, we can do real estate, then let's do formal, and let's do navy blue. This is also cool because you don't only have one of these options, but you can add a bunch of these different styles. So for instance, we can do office, we can do casual, and we can do black. And I think we can add up to three styles. So let's do one more. Let's do retail, let's do smart casual, and let's do brown. And then click on let's save style, and then click on continue. And now it is time, and by the way, this is the most important step here, it is time to upload your images. So you can choose your images from your mobile device's camera roll, which is exactly what I have done here. So here you can see some of these images that I have selected. So as you can see, these are traditional selfies, nothing professional. The only thing that you need to pay attention to is that you don't have images where you have somebody else in the image, and you also don't want to be making faces in those images too much. Don't be wearing a hat. This is actually not a good image. Once you have chosen your images from your camera roll, then it is time to upload these images. Once you're happy with these images and once everything is all set, you can click on generate, and then it will once more ask some questions. So it will ask you to fill in the most appropriate options. So for instance, my hair is brown, we can do that, and then medium hair will be descriptive for me, and then average body, muscular body, let's do that. Yeah, no glasses on me. Then let's click on next. Then you get to choose their hairstyle. So let's do straight hair is pretty close, but I also think that I have some curls. Well, let's do straight hair. It's the most easy option, and then just click on generate. And as you can actually see, I have generated a bunch of these. So I have already some of these ready images here, but once you have created your first image set, it will say AI working. And these headshots should be ready in less than 30 minutes. But we're not going to wait for that because I just generated these ones like last month or 2 months ago. So I will show you my previous results right here. So let's click on view, and here you can see all these AI generated headshots. And as you can see, these are pretty close to what I look like. So I will show you these images first that I used to train this model. So I use these very same images. And as you can see, here are the real ones, and here are these AI generated ones. And these look super smooth and pretty much exactly like me. And for instance, this image that you see right here is something that I have actually used on my social media. So this is my LinkedIn profile picture because it's such a realistic image. And then here is why I recommend using the expert plan. So once you see these images, for instance, here I have this necklace, and I don't really like this because I don't wear a necklace ever. It's like 15 years ago when I last wore one. So let's get actually rid of it. So I can click on BP AI Edit here on the top right corner or the top left corner, and then I can click on this human edit button here, and then I can choose, for instance, other, and then I can write that I want to get rid of the necklace. And now if I click on generate photos, this tool will send this photo to a professional image editor, and in the next 24 hours I think they will send you back the edited version. And I actually did this already, so let me show you my results. So just to show you, here is the original image. So I have the necklace and I told to remove it, and here is the image without the necklace. So as you can see, the team did an exceptional job. It's completely flawlessly removed, and now this image is actually something I can use. And that's only available in the expert plan, so I highly recommend you checking it out. I highly recommend you using this option, because that way you will make your profile pictures and all these AI headshots uniform across your team, for example. Now let me also show you these other customization features. So let's start with the clothing option. So let's go to this image. Let's click on BP AI Edit and let's click on clothing. And now what you can do is you can pick your outfit. For example, we can do Christmas, for example. Then let's choose burgundy, I don't know how to pronounce this, as the color. And then let's click on generate photo. Oh wow, here we actually start to get these images. So after about 3 minutes, I see these first 2 images being generated. Okay, now actually all of these are complete. So it is this exact image with this different clothing. And I think that this is absolutely incredible. I really didn't think that it would be nothing even remotely close to what it looks like right here. Perhaps the only issue I have is that I described the outfit to be a Christmas outfit where I had this burgundy color, and it is not adding that into the view. So now this color is more like green, but still definitely a Christmas outfit if you look at it. Especially this one is absolutely insane, so I highly recommend giving it a shot. And now that is just the clothing feature. Now let's move on to these other features. So let's deselect this image. Let's, for example, take this one, click on BP AI Edit, and let's click on background. And this one allows you to remove and change the background of your image. Just an example, let's do studio. And let's click on generate photos, and we'll have to wait again. And here we go again. And this time it changed the background. So just as a reference, here is the original image, and here are the AI generated studio images. So as you can see, once again, the same photo, pretty much exactly. Well, there are some changes because I think that it generates the whole photo. So as you can see, the hair isn't exactly what it's like in the original one, but still nonetheless, these are super impressive. It is almost the exact same photo that I sent to it, and you have all these different backgrounds. So this one matches the colors and creates a background that fits to the original photo. So this does not look like it's out of place. Then let us move on to the expansion feature. And this is useful if you have a photo where you have too little of yourself showing up. So I think that these are actually pretty good, all of these. So I don't really need to expand any one of these. But if we have to use this one, let's try it out on this picture. So let's say that I like this picture, but the only problem is that I am too close to the camera. So now I can click on BP AI Edit and I can click on expand, and here I can choose the percentage as to how much I wish to expand this photo. And basically all the AI is doing is it's going to create more space and predict what the image would look like if it was bigger. So now let's roll with 30% on each side, and let's click on generate photos. Alrighty, and here we see the results. So as I showed you before, the original image was a very close-up headshot like this, and I asked the AI to expand it, and now here are the new images. And perhaps the only issue is that all these images look alike, so instead of waiting for 10 minutes to get 4 photos, I could have just gotten any one of these alone. But nonetheless, still an impressive feature if you have a too close headshot where, for example, your entire face is not visible, or if you have a scenery in the background that you wish to see more, you can just ask the AI to expand and it will get the job done, which is absolutely incredible. Then let's try the skin corrector. I'm not 100% sure what this feature actually even is. I haven't used it before, but let's try it on this picture. And already here we have the skin corrected images. Now I'm not really sure what's different in these ones compared to the original image, which is here. but I'm not sure even if it's supposed to change anything if there was no issue. So perhaps this is something related to those AI generated artificial issues with your skin, for example, if it looks like too smooth, but I'm not sure. This didn't do much for me. So let's just move on to the next feature, which is the eyes. So let's try one of these close-up headshots, for example this one, and let's choose eyes, and this allows you to change the eye color. So instead of doing blue, let's for example do a hazel, and let's generate the photos. And there we have it. So now I have hazel colored eyes, which is pretty cool because this only took like 45 seconds for the AI to do. So if you have images where your eyes are not exactly the color of your eyes, you can just choose it and you can change the color this easily. So this is pretty cool, to be honest. Then, as I showed you before, the human edit feature allows you to specify more instructions on what you want to do with your images, and a real human will take a look at those, but I'm not going to do that again because I already showed you that. Then let's move on to the remove background feature. For example, let's choose this image, let's click on BPAI edit, and let's click on remove background, and this one is a good old background removing feature. So all it's going to do is get rid of the background, and obviously you can do this with free tools as well, so you don't need to use your AI credits to do this. But as you can see, this operation is pretty fast because it's like 15 seconds and I already see the image where the background has been removed. But yeah, it's actually easier to just use Canva or tools like remove.bg to get rid of your background. So I wouldn't waste my AI credits on that. But once again, if you don't want to do that on a separate platform, if you don't want to learn how to do that, then feel free to use this one because this allows you to do all these cool edits at the same place. And then last but not least, let's actually choose one of these AI expanded images, for example this one, and let's click on this colored background. And now here we can choose a custom colored background for this particular image. And for instance, let's do this one, and let's click on generate photos. And I believe that this operation should also be pretty quick because all it needs to do is get rid of the background and then replace it with a background with these colors. And yes, it indeed is. As you can see, this one took only like 15 seconds, and here's the photo. And now perhaps the only problem is that it did not generate this photo again, so it did not adjust the lighting here. So if you choose wrong colors, for example, let's do yellow this time, you are going to see that the image looks a bit out of place. I think that this one already shows you that this doesn't look like it was taken in this studio where we have this lighting, because I think this looks a bit out of place when it comes to the lighting of the skin. Here it is yeah, here it is even worse because now I think that the solid background looks super unnatural and it looks exactly how it was made. So I was removed from the original background and then I was attached here. So this doesn't look professional to me. If you use this feature, you're probably going to use it in some postcards or something like that. So this is not even supposed to be anything that looks like a studio here. So the studio feature was this previous one in the background feature. There you can create those super realistic backgrounds where you actually match with what happens in the image.